All right. So, all right. So we're back, and we're going to talk about what teams would it be that we think would it be those. I think '96 was the best. Was the best. Well, the first three P were the best teams, right? But obviously, the '72 Bulls is the one that everybody goes to.
Hmm.
So I'm interested in who you pick. I know who I have like two teams that I'm
Yeah,
picking.
I don't have many teams at all.
That
Like
team is just too
I was
much.
looking I was looking through, I was checking stats, I was looking at playoff stats. I was looking at people's defense because you need somebody that's gonna stop MJ and that's gonna stop Pippen.
Yeah,
If you don't get, you have to have somebody to stop both. So that eliminated a lot of teams for me.
yeah.
I have no Cleveland Cavaliers team that they could put.
Hell no.
No Cleveland
I don't have a
Cavaliers team
LeBron.
that
I don't
they
even
put.
have a LeBron team. I don't think any of
I
LeBron's
don't
teams are
either.
close, man.
I don't either. I don't
Yeah,
think.
because you don't have anybody that could. They just didn't
No,
have.
because it's like you don't want to put LeBron on MJ because
Yeah,
MJ is just gonna run LeBron around all game, and it's the same thing with MJ. You don't want to put MJ on LeBron.
yeah,
They're gonna tire each other out.
pretty
So
much.
you're gonna naturally put LeBron on Pippen,
Yeah,
but then
100%.
MJ is gonna kill everybody else on the
Yeah,
Cavaliers.
Dwayne Wade's 6'3", dog. Like or
They
6'4".
did.
You not. MJ's just gonna make life very unfortunate for that man.
It's
And
exactly.
and as good as LeBron is, he's never been the scorer that MJ was. Like MJ could just flow with it. Like his scoring was just way better, and he scores quicker off the dribble. Like what is it, like 2 dribbles, 3 dribbles, and he's up, shots
You
up, man. He's
can
ready to
see.
go.
I would picture both of them having at least 30 plus, but Pippen gonna be the difference for me. Pippen gonna have about 28 points, and
No,
and
I don't
somebody
know.
else
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
other team they not gonna put enough together to match his production. Then you're gonna have Ron Harper trying to go off.
Yeah, and we're talking about if they're playing in today's era, right? Because that's when
Yeah,
offense.
and then Cool
Yeah,
Coach is gonna be dropping in threes. Kerr is gonna be dropping in threes. So
yeah.
it's
If
too
you
much.
can,
It's too much for any of that team. And then Rodman, who's gonna out rebound him?
yeah, that's the problem.
Kevin Love is not the Kevin Love of the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's not the same guy.
Yeah,
It's just there's no Cavs that can ever touch this team. And I'm a LeBron fan. I'm a LeBron is GOAT type guy. So
yeah. No, I don't think. God, there's
I don't know.
no year where I think. Yo, by the way, oh yeah, that's the year that Kukoc won the six man. I think it was right. When did he year six man? When did he win that? Let me look. He won six man of the year 95-96. What was he
By the
doing now?
way, I got a notification. And this Cantor got offered a WWE deal when he retires. That's interesting for me because I watch WWE. So
He looks like he'd be related to what's my man name with the long hair? I don't watch wrestling, but I just seen like pictures of him. He looks like he'd be related to that dude.
I don't even know because it's so many people. He was there before.
Yeah.
They even had Gronk on there a couple times.
Oh yeah, Gronk is you could tell Gronk definitely being something like that. Like he definitely be some Gronk is a wild boy, man. He would have been a perfect fit in the Jackass era. Like that
So,
MTV
yeah.
Jackass era. Like he would have been a perfect fit. Yeah, so like who do you
All right.
think
So
that like
the first team that I have is the 2013 2014 San Antonio Spurs.
that's exactly who I had. That's straight up who I had. That is
Couple reasons. One, Pop.
yeah.
Pop is a great coach, and he's gonna find a way to bother MJ. Two, Kawhi Leonard. I can put Kawhi Leonard on MJ. That's one
Yeah.
of the only people I know that I can just let him rock on MJ all game, and he just gonna do his thing on offense too.
Yeah.
I would let him rock on MJ all game. He got big ass hands. Kawhi's 2 inches taller, long ass arms. He's gonna bother MJ. Might not completely shut him down, but in key moments, he might be able to get him. And
True.
then the thing about it is, even if you want to switch Kawhi on the Pippen, you can throw Danny Green at MJ. You can throw who You could just throw a bunch of different bodies at him. I wouldn't throw Tony Parker at him.
No,
I'd
you
throw
are.
Manu at him. I'd throw Boris at him just because of the height, and then I just bring the help on the opposite side. Just have everybody rotate around.
I think
But
I'm with you. I think the reason why I would have picked them is just because that finals, I have never seen anyone shoot like that in
yeah,
my life. I don't even think I'm trying to think of a finals which anyone has ever shot like that, where an entire team shot 46, almost 47% from three and over 50% from the field for an entire finals. I've never seen nothing like that before. Like, I don't know how that's possible. And the thing is, though, it was like egalitarian, dude. Like, everyone was scoring. You know what I mean? Like, everyone was getting shots up. Like hold on, like, let me just so like let me put this up. Let me pull this up real quick because I gotta because I think people really, 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 really underestimate like what that finals is like. You know what I mean? Like how devastating that offense was. So
it's disgusting.
here's the thing. All right. So I'm looking at like 3-point percentages, right? All right. So Tony Parker was hitting 41% from three. Kawhi Leonard was hitting 57, 58% from three. We call it not Tim Duncan because whatever. You know what I mean? Like we call it Manu Ginobili was hitting 41 from three. Patty Mills was hitting 56 from three. Danny Green was hitting 45 from three. Bellinelli was hitting 44 from three. Like, I was
So
like,
nasty.
you are out of your mind, bro. That is crazy. And like for people who think like, oh yeah, I don't count this as a LeBron couldn't have won this series, right? Even though it was like kind of uphill for him. But LeBron James, LeBron James was hitting 57 from the field, 57% from the field, 51% from three. He was 14 of 27 in those 5 games, dude. He was averaging like, I think like probably like what, 4 threes a game? Like around there? Like 4 or 5, no, 5 threes a game. 5 threes a game, hitting
He
51%.
was doing all he could.
Yeah, and he was 80%, he was about 80% from the free throw line. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
79. Yeah.
Yeah, man, 79.3 is almost 80%, man. That's a lot. You know what I mean? You're telling me he's
Mm-hmm.
almost hitting 52% from the three, like 51.9 or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
51.9.
While
57 from the free throw.
Dwayne Wade was averaging 15 points per game, and Chris Bosh was averaging 14 a game. Just
Yeah.
let my boy down.
It was kind of weird. Like they just had
Oh,
bad games,
neither
man.
one of them shot 40% or more from the field. And they played
Um,
in all the games. LeBron was the only person to score 100 points in that series. Like, just think
yeah,
about that.
yeah.
This is Dwayne Wade, supposedly the third best shooting guard ever.
He was hurt though. He was super hurt that series though. Like he was getting his knee drained. That's what I'm saying. Like he was getting his knee drained like every other game. Like that
Most
was
people
like the thing.
see. Most people don't want to hear them excuses because, to be honest, if LeBron was getting his knee drained every game, nobody would have been thinking about that. Nobody would be like, his knee's getting drained. They'd be like, nah, nah, nah. He should have fought harder. He should have persevered. He should have fought through. That's the way Jordan would have did it. That's the type of stuff that happens when you talk about LeBron stuff versus when you have versus what anybody else says.
That's true. But I mean, but like I don't know, like that. But I'm with you though. That Spurs team, if I had to give someone a chance to beat, because like their team, dude, like nobody was hitting. It wasn't like there was one person scoring 30 points a game or 27 points a game. It was Parker was averaging 18, Kawhi was averaging like around 18, like 17.8. Duncan was averaging 15. Ginobili was averaging 14. Patty Mills was averaging 10. Danny Green had 9 a game, but that was probably because like he had a couple games where he just like went off. And then like
Mm-hmm.
everyone was chipping in. And so it's just really hard. Like I don't know who the Bulls would have keyed in on. Because like the Bulls could like say like, oh, we gotta stop Barkley, right? Because Kevin Johnson just wasn't doing nothing that serious. Or oh, we gotta stop we call it Malone. You know what I mean? And then they started like and then they would probably put like Jordan every now and then, like key moments on Stockton, right? Like somebody like that, right? Or Hornacek. But like their whole team was a threat. You know what I mean? They had 5 guys in double figures, averaging double figures. That's a lot. Like you don't see that often, man. Like, and that's where the Spurs won that series. So it's I'm interested in what would have happened, you know what I mean? Because I like old Duncan versus kind of old. I don't think he was old, but like he was, you know what I mean? This was like what's name was averaging like 17 rebounds this year or something like that, dude. Like Rodman. I'm interested in seeing what that matchup looks like. I don't think Rodman has no. I'm not gonna say Rodman has no chance defensively in Duncan's prime, but I don't think Duncan's too great of a player to get shut down. So I'm interested in like what Duncan would have been able to do at that age against Rodman. I'm interested in what Kawhi Leonard would have been able to do because you're right. Kawhi Leonard would have been the guy you just said you're on Jordan all day long. You know what I mean? The whole game, like 48. I don't care. You're playing every minute he plays. You're playing with him and you're on him. You know what I mean? I'm interested, but I don't know how. Like it's going to be up to the other people because Manu coming off the bench. Manu better than Kukoc coming off the bench. I think so. You know what I mean? I definitely think so. Like I
man.
definitely think yeah. Like so, you got the advantage off of the bench. It's just that they have better wing defenders. They have long wing defenders. So like, if you have Harper, Pippen, Rodman, and Jordan on closeouts, and they can all switch. That's kind of tough. So that's like the only thing that makes it rough because like you can't run pick and roll against that team. That's kind of why like
This is old. This is older Duncan too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is the Duncan that will pull a three if you leave him open. So Rodman got to come out of that paint.
Yeah, and that's the tough part. Like, but that's what I'm saying though. Like, if you
But
hit,
I
if you,
like that matchup though.
I do. I think that's
'Cause
gonna
Duncan's
be.
Duncan's not gonna back down no matter what crazy stuff Rodman does.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, 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 no. Duncan got too much swag. Duncan gonna be mad quiet. Gonna be like,
Facts.
oh yeah, you can talk all the junk you
He
want.
gonna quietly put work in on that man.
Yo, low key, yo, man, like, you got to hear Kevin Garnett's stories about Tim Duncan. How Tim Duncan used to talk trash.
I know. I heard him. He be like, gotcha.
Ooh, ooh,
Yeah.
too close. Like I feel like,
Right,
bro.
right, right. Ooh, maybe you'll get it next time.
He's like, good job, buddy. He's like, nice try, buddy.
Like
Like,
he was really a jerk on the low.
like the most polite asshole you've ever met in your life,
Right.
man. My team that I'm picking, that I think if I had to put against them, if I had to pick a team, um, is right now this year's Clippers. I don't know this year's Clippers. I think if
You
I'm
know, that's one thing I did not look at. I did not look at this year's teams, but if there was one team that it could have been,
it would
they
have been the
got two
Clippers.
defenders.
They have two.
Yeah,
They have
definitely.
Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Again, there's no shutting down Jordan,
I
right?
just
But
can't
like
trust Paul George.
I'm not trusting Paul George to score. Paul
Like,
George is a better scorer than Pippen.
yo, you remember that commercial?
Yeah, oh yeah, we was
Ball
at
game.
work. Ball game.
He ain't never hit a game winner.
We were at work and we were just watching that. Like, nah, this is they call like his ESPN immediately after that commercial showed it. Paul George is like, what was he 0-10 or
Right.
something for clutch
Oh,
game
and
winner?
10 for clutch game winners.
I
Like,
was like,
it's not his
bro,
thing. Pass it up, big dog.
you
Pass
need to
it up.
chill out, man. This is when he was like, yeah, I need to take that shot.
And you know what's the problem with all of this? Paul George was one of my favorite players. I love Paul George,
Nah,
but
he's
that
dope.
man just be letting me down.
That's another thing too. Like, yo, Westbrook is like I feel why Westbrook acts the way he acts, dog. Because like he's the most blamed second best player I've ever heard of in my life. Like I've never heard like I'm talking about he gets all the blame. Like all the blame, dog. Like
Who named him Playoff P? That's what I want to know.
I've
Who
never seen
named him that?
yeah, that's pretty bad, man.
Why?
That was pretty
But yeah,
bad.
you're right about the Westbrook thing. Now he does get blamed a lot, but it's because he shoot you out of games sometimes.
No, he will. He will. No, that's 100%
Right,
true.
sometimes, and then it's tough because him and Harden be on the same crazy wave. Like
No, it's different, man.
back,
Harden are
like
just like freeze on him.
January, what Harden was shooting? Oh
Yeah, but
my
yeah,
God.
but Harden will freeze on you. Westbrook, the problem with Westbrook is like he's he's like AI, dude. He's just gonna keep going. You know what I mean? Like he's
Difference
not taking.
between them two is Harden, when he's breaking, he'll keep shooting threes. Russ, he might shoot some threes, but then he's gonna barrel to the basket.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that Harden is more likely to choke than Westbrook. Westbrook is likely to do everything that you've seen Westbrook do throughout the whole season. Like that's what I'm looking at. Like Westbrook is going to do what he did through the whole season. Like you say, like I don't trust him in the playoffs because he's gonna take a bad shot early in the shot clock. Yeah, he did that throughout the whole season. Nothing changed. Like he is who he is, right? Harden, like yo, it's inexplicable what he did in that game 6 against the Spurs without Kawhi Leonard. It is inexplicable how that game ended up the way it was, how he lost that series. Like that is he just decided not to. He was like, nope, not playing. Nope, not playing. Like, and then Paul George, dog. Like Paul George does. Like Paul George gets this big old pass. Paul George was like supposed to be the best player on that team. Well, that last season with OKC, they were both injured, man. Like, Paul George's shoulders were messed up. I think because him and Westbrook got surgery that in the off season. Like they both had to go get surgery. So it wasn't like they weren't healthy. And there's no world where I take Dame Lillard over Russ anyway. Like I'm like people can try to like make that like, oh, you saw that shot he hit. Like I like how like that one series makes him better because like after that series against Golden State, right? Like 2017, you didn't think I didn't think KD was better than LeBron. Like I didn't think he was better than LeBron. I was like, no, he's not. You know what I mean? They just had a better team. You know what I mean? And you know, like Steph Curry wasn't better than LeBron in 2015. Like he had a better team. You know what I mean? So the same thing with Westbrook. Anyway, we getting off topic. Point is, these Clippers, man, they have like if I had to pick a team in the modern era, they're probably the best team that I could think of. Because they got the wing defenders. Paul George is a damn good defender. Like all that other stuff, like the shooting, offense, and stuff like that, that's gonna come and go because in the playoffs he don't like showing up sometimes. But his defense is legit. You know what I mean? And Patrick Beverly will play good defense. Like Patrick Beverly on Steve Kerr could be a minefield
I would put
for
him
the
on Ron
Bulls.
Harper. I'd put him on Ron Harper more than Steve Kerr.
No, but I mean whoever their starting point guard is, right? Because I think what's name was starting over him for a while, Steve Kerr. So whoever's the point guard. So if you have Steve Kerr, Ron Harper, whoever, right? Patrick Beverly's going to give him a hard time. You know what I mean? Ron Harper less so. Steve Kerr's going to give a real difficult time. And then their bench is way better. Like right now, no, they have who do they have? They have Reggie Jackson, Montrezl Harrell, Lou Williams coming off the bench. With that's a lot, man. That's like both of those dudes are averaging 18 points a game coming off the bench. Harrell and Williams. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of tough, man. Like you know what I mean? Like outside of that starting squad, their defense wasn't like that starting five was insane for the Bulls, right? But like the bench was like, yeah, you know what I mean? And they didn't have a post presence. Another team that I think could have beat them was that 99 was actually no, my bad. Was the 86 Rockets. That's who I thought. You know what I mean? But they're not in the modern era, but that's the team that I thought all time was built probably best to beat them because they had Samson and we call it and Olajuwon. Like, yo, you ain't going. There's no way you're gonna ever convince me that Rodman's gonna be able to hold Olajuwon. Like, all right, man. Like, it's like not happening, bro. Like, this is, in my opinion, the best center of all time. So, what do you call it? Nah, man. I don't think. I think that was like another team that was kind of built to beat them. But yeah, the Clippers, if I had to pick one, if I had to put money down, it's gonna be them, man. Because they have like three people, and like you have two guys that can handle the mid range. Paul George off the drill. Paul George is gonna make Pippen work, or he's gonna make. That's the thing, though. Paul
I
George
can
is gonna
trust
make Jordan
I
work.
can trust their defense. Their offense is just
Yeah. The only thing I would say though is like, yeah, dude, I trust Lou Williams and Montrez if what's the name doesn't show up. if Paul George doesn't show up. Because Lou Williams is gonna show up. Montrezl is gonna show up. He a dog. They dogs. And Pat Bev's gonna play defense. Pat Bev won't be talking mad shit to Jordan. And Jordan might fuck around and score 60 on his ass. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, but like I think if I had to pick, like, those are the two guys, man. Like, that's the team. Like, that team is just they have the wing defenders because the Bulls were built outside. You know what I mean? They were built to like that team was built to stop, teams in 2020. You know what I mean? So you need a team that's built to stop teams in 2020, which is the Clippers. You know what I mean? And you have two dudes that can stick, that could be on Jordan if you need them. You have two guys that can legitimately defend Jordan. Like Kawhi, definitely. You know what I mean? And if you give Kawhi hand checking,
yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
You give Kawhi hand checking. Hold on, bro. Like, hold on, bro. That's a strong motherfucker. Don't do that. You know what I mean?
Still ain't trusting Paul George's offense.
Hell no, but I didn't trust Pippen's offense like that.
I think I'm gonna trust his over Paul George's.
Pippen over
I don't know.
George's?
Paul George has just let me down so many times. I don't have much faith in him no more.
That's because y'all had like way too high expectations, dude. Like I knew
he was supposed to be a high expectation type guy.
He has high expectation talent, but like
he should be one of those guys right now that's in the superstar combo. That's where he should be.
Yeah.
He should be in the superstar combo right now. He shouldn't be in the star combo.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, he should be, but the problem, again, because he's such a good 3-point shooter, like everything about him tells you, like, yo, this dude should be like incredible. There's just something wrong. Like, there's just something not there upstairs that doesn't let him do it. Because I'm gonna keep it real, like, if he was reliable, like if I could rely on him scoring 28 all the time and like shooting 40 from 3 and stuff like that, he probably would be better than Kawhi because he could play not as good a defense, but he could play good, excellent defense on people. And I think he's a better scorer. You know what I mean? Like maybe not from the mid range, like Kawhi's like a mid range guy, but like everywhere on the court, like you're talking about a wide array of shots. Like, nah, that dude would be great, but he just isn't. It's just weird. You know what I mean? But they have a good combo together though. Like, I mean, you have like that's a scary ass wing. That's a scary ass like perimeter defense, man. With Patrick Beverly, Kawhi, and Paul George. Like that's
they still was gonna lose to the Lakers this year, but they got some good defense though.
I don't know. That should be a 7-game series. That should definitely be a 7-game series. That should be a close one. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be a wild one.
But LeBron's a little older, and I started seeing that even that last game they played. Like they, you know what I mean? Like LeBron, like Kawhi was just giving them too much.
But now they didn't gave this Corona. This gave Bron longevity. You might have just put another 2-3 years on his books by doing this. Yeah. Let this man get rest in the middle of the season.
Yeah, but you also gave it to Kawhi though, and Paul George. Both of these dudes are injury prone.
They was already resting anyway. They were on load management throughout the season anyway. I hate those dudes, Joe. They never on the court. I don't never want to hear nobody talk about Kawhi as the GOAT. That man is never on the court.
Yeah, Kawhi is like it's rough, man. Like I don't know.
I guarantee you he didn't need that whole season to take off.
Nah, I'm telling you right now. I didn't know what was going on. Like the whole time that shit was happening, I was just like, "Yo, Kawhi, bro." Like he just decided not to. Like he,
yeah,
like what
right,
they, you know what's funny?
He really just quit on the Spurs. He was just like, "Nah, yo, I'm not."
Yo, if you went on Twitter, they said like top 10 players who would pull a Scottie Pippen. Like they were talking about him not going in, and they were like, "Yo, Kawhi, like this is easy." Like Kawhi didn't show up for a whole season.
Yeah.
You know,
and he knew they was gonna lose that season. He know they wasn't allowed to do nothing that season.
Oh yeah, nah, man, they ain't had no like they weren't beating that Warriors team, man. That Warriors team was
they weren't. He was like, you know what, I'm gonna chill out.
Yeah,
we're like, I'm not gonna lie though. That last year before he got injured though, they were whipping the Warriors ass. Like it was bad. I'm like, yo, that's it. That's it. It's over.
Yeah, I ain't
It's
never
over.
seen. They were getting like
They
up
were getting
26.
mashed. That could have been close to the end of that dynasty right there. They could have made some rash decisions in the offseason. They could have messed that dynasty up if they would have won.
Low key, I'm not even gonna front. If I would have, it would have been interesting to see. Well, no, that season that was the first year Wade Call went there, right? That was the first year Kevin Durant was there. That was 17 when he got hurt. Was it
Yeah.
17? Yeah, it was 17. It was 17. And so, no. Was it? Yeah, it was 17. It was 17. It was 17 because he didn't play in 18. Um, I don't know, man. I just like he was Kawhi Leonard, man. Like it's just a hard person to like figure out what you would like. You know what I mean? Where to put him, where to place him, because you look at him and you say, "Damn, dude, he's like with everything he gives you, right? A he's a good scorer, excellent defender, like excellent defender. You know what I mean? Like top 5 every year in defense. You know what I mean? This year not so much, but that's because like now he's got a bigger load to carry. But I don't know, man. It's just you know what I mean. It's kind of hard. Like logically through like just logically, you would say, oh,
Man, if you did a list on the top 10 luckiest guys to ever come into NBA history,
oh yeah, yeah.
Kawhi Leonard.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of them. There's a couple people. There's
I'd
Kawhi
probably
Leonard.
I might rank Ori number one. Kawhi Leonard would probably be number two because he landed on the Spurs. The team was already established in Toronto. The team was already great.
Yeah,
They were already great. They were already poised to win the championship every year. It's just DeRozan wasn't it.
yeah. It's fucked
So
up because DeRozan is basically a poor man's Kawhi Leonard. It's kind of sad, dog. Like
that's how it is.
he really is. He's just a poor man's Kawhi Leonard. And like when the real Kawhi Leonard came in, they won. I mean, I wish there would have been that would have been.
And I'm not gonna lie, they did get lucky twice. They got lucky on the Warriors injury, and they got lucky they didn't call it travel on Kawhi's shot because it
Yeah,
was most definitely a travel. They got caught up in the moment just like everybody else because even though you're a ref, you're still a fan of the NBA.
yeah, but at the same time, though, you try not to like unless it's like egregious. I try not to call them.
I'm calling that. If
Oh,
I'm a ref, I'm calling that. That's a walk. That's illegal. You can't do it. You're not supposed to.
I gotta
If
look
he
at that shot
if
again to
he
see how
doesn't
bad
walk,
it
the
was.
Sixers are in the finals.
Yeah, and I mean, Sixers went. Could you imagine?
The Sixers
If,
wasn't gonna win.
no, what the way they was getting, the way the Warriors were getting injured. Yo,
Oh yeah, they were injured. Well, I'm taking
yo.
that off the table. If I'm taking Kawhi's thing off the table, I'm taking the injury off the table.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
I
yeah.
think even without KD, they probably still could have won.
Oh, without KD, they were winning. Like Clay was about to have Game 6. Clay, he was about to turn. He was turning into Game 6. Clay, dog. Like he
So I'm
wasn't playing no
saying
game.
Curry came back and did everything he could.
Yo, everybody's like, you know what I mean? Like people are talking about, oh yeah, Kawhi led the team, and I was like, yo, and people try to like, even these
like
sports people try to like
like
pretend,
see, and then Siakam broke out that year. Like
yo,
he was doing his thing, and Ibaka was already established from being in the league for years. He was a solid 10, 12 scorer.
yeah, man. Then you had Van Fleet showed up, Kyle Lowry showed up.
For
Like you're just
real.
like, ah,
Finally, Kyle Lowry showed them.
I,
And then
that,
and then who else did they have on their team? Danny Green. He was right there again.
yeah, Danny Green. You don't talk about lucky.
Yep, he one of them too. He's one of them
So about
too.
lucky. I'm trying now. The luckiest
One of them
people I
too.
would say is Tim Duncan.
James Jones is lucky too.
Yeah, Tim Duncan. Although I don't know, yeah, Tim Duncan, I'm going to say is lucky because he showed up literally the year after Jordan retires, and
Yeah.
he wins it, and like everyone sees that what's the name wasn't who he was. Like Hakeem Olajuwon was getting hurt and shit like that, so it wasn't like he was going through the same, Western teams. Akeem Olajuwon was pretty lucky, dude, because his second season. I would like that Rockets team, man. People people forget about it because it was just a one hit wonder. But that run, if he was able to win it, like that would have been nuts, dog. Like that would have capped off. because then he would have 3 titles. That would legitimately
because he
be.
won the title. He won the title when Jordan left.
Yeah, he won 2 when Jordan
And,
left.
yeah, so you could definitely call him lucky.
Oh yeah.
Lucky because if Jordan ain't retire,
Oh no, I don't think that
Oh, no.
94 team, wasn't good. They didn't have Horace Grant. It was basically just Jordan and Pippen.
company.
No, it was just Jordan and Pippen, dude. Like that was it. It was Jordan and Pippen. And like they didn't have like they didn't like they needed a really good rebounder. That was the problem. They needed like a stronger. That's what Horace Grant did. You know what I mean? That's what Rodman did. Like when they got Rodman, that's when they went in because Rodman was a better player than Horace Grant. But when they had Horace
Yeah.
Grant, and also people forget, Horace Grant was busting they ass in that
Magic
94,
series.
that Magic's that 95 series, dude. Like they were busting they ass, dude. Like Horace Grant Horace Grant went in on them fools, dog. So I don't know. I don't know. It's tough, man. It's tough, dude. Like certain players. I mean, he had 1 All-Star. He made all defense. I didn't even know he made all defensive team 4 times. That's crazy. He made all defensive team 4 times. That's nuts. Yeah. So in the 93-94 season, he's averaging 15 and 11. That's his All-Star year.
Who's this?
Right? Horace Grant.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then you know, his next best season was 91-92. He's averaging 14 and 10. With a steal and a block. Damn, that's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. And he was given 3 assists. Hold up.
Yeah, that's pretty
Hold
solid.
up. That's not bad at all. Actually, yo, dude, keep it real. Jordan Hammond is, and that's the thing too, man. Like Horace Grant, he's not no all time. He's definitely not no all time great. But he was a really good role player. And I'm trying to look at that. I'm trying to find those players.
Just like Kevin Willis.
Yeah, exactly. Just like Kelly was.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I ain't really paid much attention to dude, but I would have rocked with him on my as a center. I'd have went star power at maybe the 2 and the 3, or maybe the 1 and the 2, and have him run my center. I'd be all right with it.
True.
Very
solid. True. Wait, what was he doing? And game started. Where's that? Orlando. That's the 95 series when he went to the finals, right? So I got to pull this out.
How many more teams you got that could beat the Bulls?
I mean, the only other team that I could think of was the 2016 we call OKC, because I think they were physical enough. You'd had Andre Robinson that could play that you could put on.
I still got 3. I got 3 more teams.
Do you really? The only reason I got the OKC Thunder, I mean, in that 2016 season is because like they still had Ibaka, who was gonna make life very difficult if MJ was trying to get inside the paint.
Wait. What team did you say again?
OKC.
What year?
16.
15, 16?
Yeah, that was the
year. Sir. That's exactly what I had right here.
Yeah, dog, because that's the squad. Because they couldn't. I'm gonna keep it real. They couldn't pull that. They're gonna, full court press Russell Westbrook. Like Russell too fast, dog. Like you ain't full court pressing Russell Westbrook unless you got. I don't even know if hand checking would have worked. Like I'm just gonna keep it real, dog. Like Russell's just too damn fast. Like Russell would be like, "Oh, I gotta run. Okay, cool." And he could do it He could do it the whole time. That's the problem. Like it ain't like Russ is gonna his legs are gonna wear out by the 4th quarter. No, Russ gonna keep running full speed up the court if you're gonna keep trying to send Scotty and Jordan on his ass like randomly. You know what I mean? And I don't think there's a single one of them that would have just been able to stick him one-on-one. I think it would have been they would have had to play. They would have played off of him. I think a lot. They would have had to have played off of him. That's the only way you could defend like Russ. Like you have to play off of him because if you play close, he's just gonna either blow past you or he's gonna put you on skates and hit that elbow jumper. So I don't know if they win it, but I think they'd have the best chance of the people I can think of.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I Actually, yeah, I have four more teams that was including that team that you just said. So now I have three more teams.
Okay.
Okay. I have the '09, 2010 Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh shit.
They have Meta World Peace that I more than likely I'm gonna put on MJ.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes, Meta World Peace is a little older at this time, but he's still gonna be very
Yeah, real
he's gonna
talk.
get at Mike in any way he can. And then to be honest, I can throw Kobe on Jordan. I could put Kobe on Jordan. It's not like he's never guarded him before. He knows his moves. He studied the man.
Yeah, he basically
So
says, "What would
it,
I do?" That's what Jordan was
exactly,
likely doing. Like, yeah, real
exactly. And
talk.
I feel like Kobe's that type of dude. He's gonna figure it out mid game. So you can put Kobe on him.
Right.
Or you could put Kobe on Pippen, or you could put either, or you could switch Meadow, you could switch Ron Artest and Kobe. To be honest, you could
True.
put Lamar Odom on Pippen for a while just to give Kobe a rest. You
True.
know, they could just got options defensively. I think they're good. I think they're fine offensively. I think they'll be fine offensively with Lamar Odom, Pau Gasol, and Kobe scoring. Bynum is still there too. Bynum was in his fourth season at the time, so what was Bynum doing in his fourth season? Ah, come on, don't do that to me.
Hold on, I'm trying to look at these playoff. Wait. Yeah, that fool was averaging. He was all right.
Andrew Bynum was averaging 15 and 8 that year.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's
The,
definitely good. He's definitely good to bang down there with Rodman because Bynum was definitely a big boy.
yeah.
And if he ain't backing down from Shaq, he ain't backing down from Rod. He
Yeah,
came
but
right. I remember he came right back at Shaq. Shaq was sick.
oh yeah, when he pulled that spin move on him,
Yeah.
and the whole bench, like he did it in front of his bench, dude. That's like the
Yo,
part that
he
made
was
it.
so Bynum was so hype.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh yeah, son."
They they almost fought after that.
Yeah,
Shaq was mad.
his career is one of those big what ifs, man, because he could have been a really good
Oh my
player.
god. Yep. Another great from New Jersey that
Yeah.
couldn't make it. All right. My next team is the 2016-2017 Golden State Warriors.
I all right. I'm gonna let you make the
Now,
case because I thought about this and I didn't think I thought this was I thought this would be a
now
bad matchup.
these are the bodies that you can throw at MJ and I'm looking at all of this as a defensive aspect, and they already got the offense. I have no worries whatsoever.
Yeah,
I can
real
throw
talk.
Matt Barnes. I can throw Kevin Durant. I can throw Draymond. I can throw Iggy. I can throw Sean Livingston. All of these tall players and Klay Thompson. I have six guys. I could put David West on Pippen for a little bit and bring the rotation. I got legit six guys that I can throw, just different bodies I can throw at them all game long. So the defense is going to be there. It's just, and I don't have any problem with them producing offense. They're going to score. They're not going to stop them from
Yeah,
scoring.
real talk.
Like, and they had David West at this time. David West was coming off the bench, and he's a good scorer.
I I
He's definitely
I agree with you to a point. I just think they're just too like all right. It becomes matchups at some point. Y'all not getting rebounds because Rodman's getting all the rebounds if y'all want to go small. Like he literally that would be like they'd be like, oh y'all wait a minute, Rodman's gonna be equal height to the center now.
I put it like this. I'm pretty sure there's games where Rodman had 20 boards and they still lost.
I'm pretty sure. But do you want to be giving MJ second
It's not.
chance?
I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna happen like that every single game.
I'm sorry.
KD is gonna be able to rebound, and KD does jump. KD is going to out jump Dennis Rodman.
it's
He'll
not.
jump higher than him.
Yeah, but it's not even that though. Like you got to think about
Um,
it. Like
and like I
Dennis
said,
Rodman.
with all of this length, somebody's gonna get the board.
No, but
Somebody,
that's the point I'm trying to
somebody's
get
gonna get
at.
the board.
Is that that's like if you had a starting lineup at that point, right? Let's say like you decided like, oh, they're going small ball. You would probably. I mean, you'd have to decide if you put Kukoc in the starting lineup, which I wouldn't do. But let's say you do, right? You put Kukoc in the starting lineup, right? So you'd have a starting lineup of Ron Harper, 6'6" point guard. We call it Michael Jordan, 6'6" shooting guard. Both of these guys good defenders. We call it Pippen, 6'7", 6'8", excellent. You know what I mean? All three of these guys are great defenders, but like Pippen and Jordan are probably like the two greatest wing defenders ever, right? And then you have we call it Dennis Rodman, who's an excellent wing defender. Like he could defend people out on the wing. He could defend these dudes. So you have a 6'8" dude. You have
Dennis
two 6'8"
Rodman
dudes.
is not guarding KD. He's
No,
not.
but he's gonna have Draymond on him. Like he's gonna be on Draymond most of the time.
You're acting like, see, I'm looking at this as if I'm the coach. I'm forcing that switch almost every time, and I'm gonna make sure that Rodman is on the outside. To be honest, I'm starting David West at center because David West can hit three. Dennis Rodman, he's gonna have to hang out on that outside, so he's not gonna get the board every time. The way I'm gonna play him, he's not gonna get the board like that.
Yeah,
He's gonna get a couple. He'll probably get 10 to 11, but he's not gonna go insane on me because I'm gonna have a strategy for him. He's gonna have to guard KD a lot that night. He's going to have to because I'm gonna force that switch a
yeah,
lot.
but that's probably your best bet because like everyone else, they're gonna have a hard time, man. Like what's the name? Yo, off of the passes and stuff like that, dude. Like,
To be honest, if Pippen and MJ are not on Curry, Curry's cooking.
oh, if I'm Phil Jackson, Pippen's on Curry all day long. Pippen's on Curry. I'm putting Pippen on Curry, and then if he goes off of because that's the problem. Curry's gonna have a hard time doing anything because you know how he wants to run through screens. Yeah, dude, he's gonna run through screens into fucking a switch where like Ron Harper's on his ass. You know what I mean? Then he's gonna run through another screen,
I'm
and
sorry, but
Jordan's gonna be on him.
Curry's gonna cook Ron.
I
He's
think
gonna get that switch, and Curry's gonna cook Ron Harper. It's going to happen.
I don't. I think
more often than it won't.
No, but here's the thing, though. I don't think Curry's gonna have the legs to last through a series, having to shoot over dudes that are like 3 inches taller than him with longer wingspans all the time. Like he's gonna have to constantly try to shoot over Ron Harper, right? Who's got like 3 inches.
To be honest, his jump shot is built and designed that way. You don't see the way he shoots. He shoots high. He shoots a higher arc than you really need to get that shit in. He does that on purpose. He basically built his jumper to shoot over the taller defender. That's the way his jumper's built.
I'm with you. I just think I just think Curry's gonna have of all the guys, right? I think Clay's not gonna have as rough a time because he has such a quick ass release off of just the catch and shoot. You know what I mean? Because just through the way he is. But I think Curry's just gonna be the one that's gonna struggle the most in that series. Like he's like Kevin Durant, because he's 6'11". Like who the fuck's gonna guard him? Like it's gonna be really hard.
That's where the difference comes in at though.
Yeah. So like
that's where the difference comes at. The difference is KD, and then the difference is the defense too. Like I said, it's a lot of bodies you can throw at these guys.
I think
nobody's gonna stop MJ, but yes, Pippen can be stopped.
No, Pippen
can be stopped.
But here's the thing, though. I think you can stop Pippen, or you can slow down Pippen because I don't know. I'm trying to think if you'd have to put Iggy on Pippen. That's probably like your best bet is to put Iggy on him because Iggy's probably the only dude athletic enough and physical enough to like be on Pippen and Jordan. Like if you want to put them on one of the two,
they almost the same nigga.
Pretty much,
almost.
Like almost right. Like almost. You know what I mean. But if you put
like a poor man's version,
yeah. But if you put Iggy on, but you would want to put Iggy on Jordan though. Like that's like as far as like who the guy that you like your best
I put Iggy on Jordan, and I'd let Kevin Durant guard Pippen. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, probably, but
Pippen has never been able to deal with the length like Kevin Durant. He's never had to play against the player.
No,
like
who
that.
has?
Never.
There's no one in history that's had to deal with that shit. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be different. And Pippen is not a shooter. Let's not forget that Pippen is not a shooter. So if Pippen ain't shooting,
he's not.
Durant's sagging.
He's no. Pippen
can
shoot. Pippen can shoot.
I'm sagging off Pippen.
Pippen can shoot.
He's not gonna beat me from three. Pippen will not beat me from three. I guarantee that.
Hold on, like, cause here, no, cause this is something I do have to. like I do remember this. Like Pippen at the from the what do you call it, from the three at that point in time. Remember, nobody shot that shit. He was 33% from three. I'm saying if he's shooting now in today's day and age where they practice that shit the whole time, and he's obviously a good ball handler passer, he's probably shooting like 38% from three. You're gonna have to respect him from outside. You have to. So you're not gonna be able to sag off Pippen. Like there's no way. I'm with you on. I think Katie would be the best. Like Katie would probably be the guy you would put on him because Katie could like because even though Pippen would be a
Yeah,
hard
KD
defend,
is gonna bother him,
yeah, but KD's gonna give him like a extremely hard time and can make it so he's
and
only
he
scoring
he
like
is
15
he
a
is gonna
game.
block that nigga.
But you're not sagging off of Scotty, dog. Like, nah, you're not sagging off of Scotty off the 3 point line. He's gonna shoot that shit. You know what I mean? And he's gonna make him. Like, especially
I
in this
may be with all the extra incentives you added, yes, but if we're just grabbing Scotty from that era and bringing him over here, I'm sagging.
yeah, but that's tough though, because here's the thing though, like they don't get hand checking. So you gotta kinda like it's gotta compensate, right? Like, all right, well, if you're taking something away that was in their era, well, you gotta add something that makes sense with this era. And he was already a pretty good 3 point shooter. He was a good 3 point shooter back then, like comparatively. At 32, 33%. You give him I think 37, 38% is like realistic for him to be shooting. You know what I mean, in today's era.
Yeah,
And
probably.
six,
Even
seven.
if he is shooting at that rate though, no, of course I'm not sagging, but I still think KD is gonna give him problems
Oh yeah,
just
yeah,
because of
yeah.
how just because of that wingspan, man. That
But
wingspan is ridiculous.
the tough part, I think, is if
Imagine having a nigga that bigger than
once they put
yourself.
that screen on, man, because like Pippen's arms are long as fuck, bro. Like Pippen's arms are like KD. Like that's like I feel like if both of them were reaching up in the air, like Pippen and KD's hands would like
You
a
would have to they would have to start Ron Harper. You can't put Steve Kerr in that game against the starting five. He can't do it.
no. You
Draymond's gonna cook him.
well, oh, against Steve Kerr.
Yeah,
Yeah,
anybody
yeah.
is whoever offense on Steve Kerr.
I mean, it's the same thing. Whoever's on Steph Curry is like probably going with, like you know what I mean. Like there's like keep it real. It's kind of like both of the point guards' defense is
Yeah, but
trash.
see more, but yeah, but see the thing about it is, it's like if Pippen's on I don't know. Well, then again, you did say you were gonna give them 3 point ability, so I guess we can just leave
No, but it's a
that out.
real. But it's realistic though. I'm not saying like oh, it's some like
I know
37%.
why I
That's
said
realistic.
yeah,
You know what I
that's true.
mean? And if you're taking away like the hand checking because we're playing in
But
this era, it's a little
see
different.
the difference. See the difference with Kerr is though. Kerr offensively, he's just gonna stand still. See Curry, he can dribble and he can finish probably better than Steve Kerr can.
Probably. You talking probably? Oh,
It was a
listen.
sarcastic
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like,
probably.
probably. No, no. Look, Steve Kerr. I mean, yo. To be fair, Steve Kerr is, I think, the most efficient 3 point shooter in NBA history. So he 45% career from three, which is absurd. That is absurd. You know what I mean? 45% from three. So if I'm just gonna keep it real. If you have Jordan, because you're gonna have to double Jordan at some point. You're gonna like. There's no one player that's guarding Jordan. Like you're gonna have
Of
to
course.
double off him. So like, if I'm running my offense, dude, I'm just running it towards Kerr because I'm like, all right, well, if I have Kerr on the wing and Scotty at the top of the key or something like that, or Scotty like you know what I mean, off on the other side, I'm probably gonna you know what I mean, try to sag my offense towards there. So like maybe off of a screen or something like that with Scotty, like run a screen with Scotty, like I think it's a pin down, have Scotty run back to the top of the key, and then have you know what I mean, Kerr waiting in the corner. Like, cause someone's gonna have to double. Like, there's no, you're not leaving one of these guys alone with. Like, I don't give a fuck who you putting on Jordan. You're not leaving them alone with Jordan, dog. You're gonna put Jordan on somebody. Like, and especially if they run a switch where Steph Curry's on them, you damn sure gonna fucking put you double it. You
Oh
double it,
yeah, you gotta bring the double.
and then most likely, who is it gonna come from, man? It's either gonna be like Pippen's man trailing, you know what I mean, and Jordan's a good passer. Like he'll get the ball to Pippen, and Pippen can hit the three, or Steve Kerr's guy collapsing down And if you don't want to leave Steve Kerr by himself, like you just can't. And Steve Kerr is a killer, man. He'll shoot. Like if you give him enough shots, if Steve Kerr could get, if Steve Kerr ends up getting 10 shots out a game, I think he fuck around and average 20. Like not 20, but I think if he gets like 12 shots out, because like you just keep like coming on to him, he's gonna pull like a Shane Battier or Mike Miller on that ass. You know what I mean? Because he's more than capable than all of those guys in doing it. You know what I mean? Shooting 45% career. I have like that still shocks me. You know what I mean? That was just like what he did. He's like, I'm just the best 3-point shooter. You know what I mean? I'm just the most efficient 3-point shooter. Give me the ball, I'm hitting it. You know what I mean? So, and off the bench though, I mean, it's basically Kukoc and Iggy, unless you decide to start Iggy, right?
No, don't
So,
say Kukoc and Iggy because Livingston is gonna put in some work on that off that bench.
yeah, I don't know. It's tough, man, because Kukoc is what, a 15-point a game guy, coming off the bench, which is really good. You know what I mean? Coming off the bench.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Give me 15 good splits, but he's like what was he, like 6'10"? What was Kukoc? He was 6'10", 6'11", something like that.
6'10".
6'10". So I'm trying to think, what was his splits? You know what I mean? Because I knew he was a pretty good 3-point shooter. So he's another one, right? Like he's shooting 34%, 33, 34% three.
They had star most of those games.
Actually, a couple years. Wait, I'm looking at his 3-point percentage here. So at his best, you know what I mean? He was, I guess, once he, after a couple years, he started averaging like 44% from three, 40% from three. You know what I mean? 36. Yeah, so he's pretty much like, he's around the same, like 38 to 40, somewhere around there, right? If it's somebody who just shoots threes all the time. Although I will say, actually, no. So the 1 year where he was averaging 4 threes a game, he was hitting 36%. So I'll say 36, 37, right? At 6'10", hitting 37% from three. It's kind of tough, man. Like, yo, dude, man, if you get, that's tough, dog. Like, I mean, yeah, you got to start Ron Harper, but if your second unit is Steve Kerr, Kukoc, and maybe you stagger, we call it Pippen with the second unit to get him off. You know what I mean? And then have him staggered a bit until the fourth quarter with MJ. I don't know, man. That's tough. That's tough, man. Like that's gonna be tough for them to deal with. I think it'll be a good series. I think it's basically gonna be, if KD and like Mike are gonna neutralize each other, like points wise. It's basically gonna be, can like collectively the Bulls defense just fuck over Steph Curry, and I think they can. Like I truly believe that they can. I think Klay Thompson's the nigga that's gonna do you in though. That's gonna do the Bulls in. If it comes down to it, Klay Thompson's gonna do him in, because Klay don't give a fuck. And Klay, I'm also, yo, I'm looking at, like, I told you I've been watching a bunch of games, like, you know what I mean, from back then, like the 90s games and stuff like that, just like, you know, regular season games I could find.
Mm. Yo, you got Twitch?
I have to. I mean, I don't stream, but yeah,
They have. You don't gotta stream to have a Twitch.
I know that.
But
But I mean, I was just, yeah, I didn't know what
they
you was
play
asking.
if you look up NBA and follow their Twitch, they be playing some old games. They had an old game with Iverson with he scored 54 points in the playoffs against the Raptors. They had an old game with Charles Barkley where he scored his career high. They be having old games. They be streaming old games on there.
That's what's up, man. I'm glad they. I don't know. I just wish. Yo, I just wish they would have. We call it, done something else. All right, let me stop this, because like we do you have any more teams, or was
Yeah,
that?
I have one more team.
All right, go for it.
One more team. My last team is the 2018-2019 Toronto Raptors. These guys, they got some defenders too. They got the people I like to throw at Jordan and Pippen, Kawhi, Danny Green. You could throw that OG guy in the equation. Just long bodies you could throw at him. They got Ibaka you could put on him. Who else? Siakam is also on that team. After that, the names get pretty scarce. But I really look at how you're gonna stop them offensively.
I
I know they're gonna be good defensively. This is more of an honorable mention because this is gonna be a good series defensively. Offensively, I'd be scared for the Raptors.
I'm not
But
gonna lie to you.
but defensively, it's gonna be a game.
I'm gonna keep it real. I feel like the moment the screen comes in and they get Kawhi off of Jordan, he's gonna burn the shit out of that team. Like he's gonna
That's why
burn the shit out of that team, dog.
that's why I'm saying you don't switch it.
Yeah, I mean, like
You don't gotta
that's
switch every screen. Don't switch it.
yeah,
Stay at home. Stay at home. Please don't switch
yeah,
it.
because like you
Please don't switch
basically,
it.
but that's the tough part though. Is like you're gonna be asking Kawhi to do a lot. Like he's gonna have to defend and give you like 20, 28 a game. Because like you don't really have someone
To be honest, they keep saying he a little similar to Mike, the way he defends and pops that mid range. He gonna have to show me this series.
yeah, like they say similar to Mike in style, but Mike was out here dropping 40 up, fucking 40, like he was averaging 37 for a damn for a season, man. Like this dude's
I'm about
he's
to say
also a scoring
Kawhi
threat.
can't even stay on the in the game for
Yeah,
like
dog. Like
5 seasons.
you're not putting. I'm like I was with you on the other one, a Golden State. I think that would have been a good series, but I'm like, But like,
I think this would be a pretty decent series.
I'm sorry, man. Dude.
I think like in the final series, I think that will go to distance.
Nah, man. I think because here's the thing, Kawhi is gonna be guarded by Pippen the whole time. Like, just gonna be Pippen or Ron Harper's gonna switch on Kawhi, and Kawhi is like respectable from three. Let me look him up real quick. Is Kawhi respectable from three? I'm sitting there. I might be talking on my ass here.
He's respectable.
So
You can't Ben Simmons the guy.
yeah, I mean, you can't treat him like Ben and stuff like that. So he's 36. That's good. Yeah, I mean, he's 36% from three. Well, actually, no, he's a career 38% guy from three.
Yeah.
So he's pretty good 3-point shooter.
Can man really say, you know what? I feel like giving Toronto a championship and leaving.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man. I don't know, man. Like this dude is like, it's kind of tough for me to believe. Like it's just because like even with that squad, like OG and all those OG Anunoby dude is not gonna like they're young, and I'm trying to think like Siakam's young. What was that? Was that his rookie season or second year or something like that?
Second year.
Yeah, so like he might be a good defender, but he's not like Kawhi is a proven like Kawhi has gone up against like LeBron and like KD and he's Giannis and all those guys like that. Like that makes sense, right? You can't like I can believe it because I've seen him go against some of the best ever. You know what I mean? And like give them fits, right? Like, you know what I mean? But Jordan, nah, bro. Like you can't just throw. Look, you can have long bodies, but Jordan will lose a nigga. Like, he gonna lose one of these cats. Talk like these like he'll lose you quick. Like
See, that's why I'm saying I'm looking at all of this as the perspective from me coaching it.
oh yeah. No, but I would assume that
Like
like
now if you just let whatever coach coach it there, you might lose. But I don't like I said, I'm never switching Kawhi. Kawhi is gonna stay on MJ. I do think the bodies that I will keep throwing at Pippen will slow him down. I see, like I said, Pippen was great, but he can be stopped.
oh yeah.
I think Pippen will be able to be stopped, and I think I'm gonna keep rotating niggas over enough to be able to slow down Mike. So I'm
I
gonna
think
be like, look, I'm gonna have, I'm gonna see, it's kind, I'm gonna have it just like football, yeah. I'm gonna have a spy. As soon as you see him take that step, go. The others will rotate. Go. And I'm gonna practice this in practice, and I'm gonna make sure everybody has it down. Because if you mess it up, they will mess you up. They gotta be
yeah,
they have
Pippen's
to be
like
on
the
point.
last dude.
You just gotta put the game plan in. Like if you game plan it right, it can happen. I don't think it's impossible for them to win, but I think it is. I don't think it's gonna be an easy win. I think it would be a dog fight.
I don't know. I'm if that in that series, the only thing I'm interested in is Like, would Kawhi have the legs to make it? Like, because he's gonna
I
have to.
mean, well, if
You're
we're
gonna have to
talking about
play him
this
like.
Kawhi, I mean, this Kawhi, he made it all the way through. So I'm gonna go on. You gotta say yes for that one.
Yeah, but I'm saying like he's probably gonna be. You're not gonna be able to play him 42 a night, which is probably what it's gonna take. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to play like you're gonna have to play him like 35. If you're asking him to be your primary offensive option and be the guy defending the best player on the court, who is, you know what I mean, in one of the more, I'm not gonna say complicated offenses, but like I just that's gonna be that's a rough thing to ask, man. That's a lot to ask. And like, look, if Scottie Pippen's on Kyle Lowry ain't doing shit. That series, dog. Kyle Lowry is just stuck. You know what I
Man,
mean?
Kyle
So it's
Lowry to go.
Kyle Lowry gonna hope to make his impact taking charges. So like that's gonna be what Kyle Lowry doing. And as far as like all the other guys, like I mean, Van Fleet might have a good game, but like that's the thing though. Like he's just a walking defensive wall. Like whoever starts getting hot, you're just gonna throw Pippen out and be like, "Oh, Van Fleet's getting hot, cool." So hey Pippen, go get
I
him.
can't find it.
You know what I mean? Oh, whoa, wait a minute, Siakam's getting hot. Hey Pippen, you know what I mean? Like that's what you're gonna do, man. You're just gonna throw him on him, and he's gonna lock him up. Like you know what I mean? Because those guys, Kawhi, he can't lock up. You know what I mean? Like you can't lock up great players. But those other dudes, oh, you can
Man,
lock.
look,
They can be locked
Kawhi.
up.
Here you go, right here. You said you need Kawhi to average a lot of minutes. Kawhi to average 39.1 minutes per game throughout the playoffs. So he's going the distance.
Yeah, I'm
Simple.
with you. I'm with
He's
you.
going the distance.
I'm interested. Hold on, let me look at because he's gonna have to. You're gonna need him to play on MJ tight the whole time. That is, I don't know. I look, man. I don't think he had to play the same kind of defense on because he could sag on both Ben and Giannis, right? And then when Curry was there, like I mean, he guarded Curry sometimes, but that was like a group effort. You know what I mean? He was mostly on Clay. It looked like. So I don't know, man. Like I got to see what it looks like on him. Like if you're telling me, like if you could transport, if you had 2014 Kawhi's body with 2019 Kawhi mind and strength, or like mental strength and scoring ability. Oh yeah, 100%. Because like he'll just I'm not saying
Well,
he's not, but like that's the tough part. I just don't think
well,
he's gonna have the
let's
legs to
let's
give
put
you
it
what you
like
need.
this because I remember you saying you said he would translate. So I would say Jordan would probably be at most a very decent 3-point shooter at that time because I'm looking at his 3-point percentages and they're a bit terrible.
Yeah,
Career, what is that? Career 32%. That's not really that respectable. I mean, I don't think he's really more of a mid-range guy. See, that's another reason why I think these other teams are going to be taking advantage of him too, because it's really going to be it's going to be a lot of twos versus three.
yeah, but I think
Oh,
he's gonna be
but that's
shooting.
more that's more for my Warriors thing than this team. But like I
Right.
said, he still played 39 minutes. Whether he was playing against the same comp or not, we all know Kawhi was playing hard.
I will say this though. I will say this. I think 95, 96 is when they moved they moved up the 3-point line, right? So I don't count that. But 96, 97, I don't think they moved when did they move the 3-point line back? Like 3-point line BA distance. I'm trying to think. Because I know they changed it at some point. I'm trying to remember where it was at. Because it was like, what was it? Right. So 94 and 95, they shortened it. So I think that was the year he went ham. Like he was hitting 50% from three, which was like fucking nuts. Right. You know what I mean? And then You know what I mean? 96, 97, he's hitting like 37, and 95, 96 hitting 42. I got to think when I can't remember when they moved it back, but but I don't. I think 96, 97 it was back to where it originally is, where it is now, and he was hitting 37% on over 3 attempts. Right? Actually, here's the thing: if you look at his attempts, his 3-point attempts, so in 89, 90. He had 3 attempts, which is, you know what I mean, a lot for back then, right? He was hitting 37%. 96, 97, he has over 3 attempts. He's hitting 37.5 or 37, yeah, 37.5%. So you can realistically say he's probably going to be a 38% shooter if he's shooting, especially now that he's practicing it a lot. You could realistically say, like, because all the other years where he's like not good, you know what I mean? Like even like 2.9, like 2.9 3-point attempts, 35%. All the years where he's bad, he's like 1 attempt, like 17%. He 0.6 attempts, 16%.
That man, he knew.
Exactly, like
He knew.
1 attempt, dude.
He
Like,
said, "Nah, this."
yeah,
This
but I was
line
like
is not for me.
84, 85, 86, 87. People didn't shoot threes, right? 1.2, like 27%, right? Like 1 attempt, like, yeah, nah, man. I'm usually I usually get on MJ about stuff, but I think he legitimately, like, because I'm looking at his like the years where he attempted them a lot. You know what I mean? And he was hitting, around like 37%, like realistically. You know what I mean? When he was shooting them a lot. So I think if like the three his
It was really only 3 seasons that MJ didn't average under 25.
points a year, yeah, and I was
Yeah.
like, he was old, and then he was hurt. The 85, 86, he was hurt. You know what I mean? Like he was hurt most of the season,
Yeah.
and then the other two he was old. Like, you know what I mean? I think it was 38,
Crazy.
averaging 23 games.
But still, that goes to my level of defense. But
Yeah,
just me.
I know. I'm with you. I just think like I think his
He
3-point
had
was really good.
janitors guarding him.
Who said that?
He did. He had janitors guarding him.
Nah, that's savage.
Who was guarding MJ? That was legit.
Oh no, I'm not saying like I'm not saying like they were like great. I'm just saying like I don't think they were janitors though. Like, you know
That's
I
what
mean?
they
Like,
look like though. Like
there
modern day
was,
dudes that was guarding MJ would not make the NBA now.
yeah, quite a bit. I mean, the only person that was Ron Harper, because he was saying like Ron Harper was doing a good job on him. Ron Harper and that Cleveland team, yeah, like he would have been good in today's NBA. You know what I mean? That's probably it, man. Because Danny
Yeah,
Ainge,
for real. Ain't
I
got
don't know,
nobody
because there was
on.
let me say something. There was a lot more white folks in the NBA back then. All I'm saying.
That's what I'm
All I'm
saying.
saying.
That's why I said he's
Oh
playing
man.
janitors.
Yeah, right. Like that that all-time great list. You know what I mean? You find yourself a Caucasian post Larry Bird that's in your top 10 all time. I give you $100.
That's actually white. That's not international.
Yeah, dude. I might even give you that because like who
Cause,
internationals in
cause
that top 10?
in the top 10, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's
I was
Larry
just I
Bird.
was just talking about I was just talking about good players. Shit, international, you got Dirk and Nash, but after that, now it's
I
Luka.
mean, yeah, yo, I'm not gonna front. Luka, yo, that boy can ball, man.
I hope he learns how to play some defense though.
He ain't going to. Him and Kristaps is gonna be scary.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep tweeting at him until he learns how to play defense. I already. You really think I'm playing? I really tweeted at him already. I had enough of this. Like I want to win. I want us to win another championship, and I can't do it if he's not playing defense. I'm gonna be on his head. I'm gonna be on his head. Watch. He gonna block me. Watch.
Yo, you too much, man. All right, hold on. You too much.